Isana do hulaharo kunana niana ukulari ha kudana lo suhuda la ha kunaramen. Women, the world is really ruined. It really is. Women, do you know how I gain spirits? And I share and give you, and how I give you the name? It's this. My Monica ellechiM of those times, when I was Michelle, Monique Asia, is when I was in Egypt. When I was in Egypt, I was wearing my white clothing of Purim, and I was on the street because then I was looking a place to stay. That is when the time Father have called me. And then I was caught by men. I was caught by 12 men. And at those times, it was around 7 in the evening. Around 7 in the evening, I was caught. Those times, humans, they take females or whatever they can find on the street to sell. You know, those time in Egypt, to sell. So when they caught me, because it was in the evening, I was alone on my own as a woman, you know, like a lady. They took me and then they sold me. I said this story to you in the other record, which is a long while ago since I started. And then when I said this to you in the other record that I was in Egypt, and then when I was fed to the lions. This is in your book. That is the time when I was Monica Asihaya. You know, humans? Meaning to say Monica ellechiM. Michelle. You know? Michelle Asinomka. Is many name to that because it from M to O to N to I to IC. You know, that is where, you know, the Nika on the end, that's also my Nikaiya. You know, that's my Nikaiya. You know, humans, this is how I write names. This is how I give you names. This is how I record everything from one to the other. That time, it was an angel who calls me. The angel who calls me is Una. You know, Una meaning the one who becomes Jonas. You know, his name of today is Unak. It was my brother in heaven that calls me how I become Monica ellechiM. And that is the reward I give you. That is when I called you. I gave you names to carry it on and make your past wrongs right. You know, humans? And that how to I give you your name through my record. That is the time when I was Monica ellechiM, Sahiya Huguda. You know? Sahiya Huguda is meaning of from Jonas or from Jonax. You know? From Onak. That is when the time I become slain, feed to the lions. You know, after the old man caught me, he sold me to a rich man, and then they sold me to the Egyptian, and he make me their, you know, a story about a woman that they sells me. It was they sell me there. They sell me, and then, because they cannot do what they cannot do what they want to me, as I was older those times. You know, I was about a mid-30s on this time. 30, we say 30, because when I say 30, it's me in this end, humans. Third. So, when I say third, it means from the papa, you know. So, of those times, I become that name, and then they feed me to the lion under the table. They feed me rice, they feed me, and then I was crying because they don't want to accept me. They just want to uh, to give me back, to send me back. But I have no parents. You know, a woman that they just want to send back to the parents because no, like you know. I wasn't sent because I have no parents, which is those times I have come from somewhere else. So what they just did is feed me to the lions. That is the time when I become Monique ellechiM. Monique ellechiM. Monique ellechiM. Isata haduta. You know? Is ellechiM. Illa. Like I said to you, before you become completed your name, before your name gets completed, I make it first like A, B, C, D, like abide. I become A to that, you become B first, and then he is the I in it, abide. He is the E, and then B, I, D, E. Before it becomes a complete sentence, I do that first before they. You get that, humans? And that I gave it to you when I called you. I gave you name through that to finish the works that you haven't, you haven't done. Finish the work so that you can correct your past wrongs. And then you are become proud to me. You deny my God. That is when I deny you and talk you off from my books. That is what just happens today. This is why I said to you, I am your way to your salvations. I am your gate, and this is the narrow gate. You know, you shouldn't be proud of yourselves, of who you are, because in the beginning, you are nobody. You equal yourselves to your God. This is what angers my Father. Selling books when you are cold. Selling things when you are cold. Selling things when you are preaching the word. And that is a no-no to heaven's new-called rules. You know, humans? This is how you become ruins. You give in another last chance into this end to have and get your things right. Because you are not called just to do that. You are called for you to finish things that you haven't finished in the first. You know? It is Sundar is the only prophets of this end, but you equal yourselves to my God. You know, Yaman? And this is why they are so angry of this world, because even to this end, you're given chances to make things right, but you make yourselves proud. You make yourselves, this is what happens, humans. You think you are me. You try to hide me from others because you're scared that I'll take what you got. Women, you can have the name. I can throw you off to the fires. Remember what I said today, because I have many more to say at the judgment. Remember, I am the wrath of God, and I am not nice. Because those who stays and listens to me is the only one that can understand me. You know, Yamans? Because they are those who have the love of my Father.